Hey everybody, welcome back to James Draws Everything. This is James. This is James Draws Everything, and I am continuing my Drawing Every Country in the World's Flag series, continuing your Every Country in the World's Flag series, because, of course, I do this for you, for my fans. Today, we're going back to Africa, because we're going to have to go back quite a few times. There's 54 countries in Africa. We're going back to the West Coast, the former French Africa, and we're going to be doing Togo. Togo is a very small country on the West Coast, in between Benin and I believe Ghana, and kind of in that area. Very, very, very small country, about the size of West Virginia. And yeah, this is number 36 in our series here. And there is a reason why I picked this flag to do today, because it's actually pretty similar to the one that's next to it, and we'll get to that in just a minute here. But yeah, so Togo, it was the center of the slave trade during the colonial period. That is where a lot of the slave trade took place, and it was actually before it was ceded to the French, it was a German colony. And Germany, you don't really hear too much about German colonization. I know, like, if you study, like, the popular version of, like, World War I and World War II history, they'll say that Germany was trying to take over the world, this and that. But, Britain and France pretty much did control the entire world. Germany, they had a few islands in the South Pacific, the South Pacific, and then some African colonies, but not a lot compared to like what France and Britain had. So Germany, they had the protectorate of Togoland. And then when Germany lost World War I, Togoland was ceded to the French. And then, like a lot of those French West African countries, Togo gained independence in 1960. And like a lot of the other French countries in Africa, not as stable as like some of their British counterparts. Togo was ruled by the same guy, Dame, I believe his name was. He was installed in a military coup in 1967, and he ruled the country of Togo for something like, I believe, 38 years, until he died in 2005. And then his son was, quote-unquote, elected after his death. And we know what that means. And yeah, so Togo is pretty much a one-party rule state. There's a lot of pressure from, the quote-unquote international community for Togo to clean up elections, clean up corruption, etc. And a lot of violence, a lot of civil unrest, a lot of anti-government protests in Togo. So, not exactly a stable country. Its population has exploded since they gained independence in 1960. They actually have about 4 times the population that they had in 1960. And it's a very, very densely populated country. A lot of infrastructure and health issues come with that. They don't really have the infrastructure in place, or the economy, or the agriculture to support a population that's growing that fast. So yeah, that's modern Togo. And you'll notice, as I'm doing this flag, the reason why I picked it is because, yeah, it actually looks a lot like this one over here. It's not its neighbor, but its neighbor on my drawing sheet here, Chile. So it does have the Pan-African colors. So you see I got my yellow here. I'm just going to be filling in those other two color bars with yellow. And again, Pan-Africanism is imitating the Ethiopian flag. Talk a little bit more about Pan-Africanism when we get to Ethiopia. Alright, so just kind of finishing this off here. Make my yellow bars stand out. And then, James, what does the flag of Togo mean? Okay, so it's got 5 horizontal stripes, and the 5 stands for 5 different regions of the country. The red square is meant to express the loyalty and the patriotism of the people. Green is hope and fertility in agriculture, and the yellow represents mineral wealth. Okay, so let me just kind of go in and just make those a little bit more solid. Okay. And then as that's drying off here, I'm just gonna get rid of my pencil lines. Get rid of the pencil lines in that star. And we are done with row number 1 on page 3 here. So let's just make it official. Just seal off the borders on that flag. And that's Togo. Alright, so yeah, you can notice Togo, Chile, very similar design. The Chile flag, a little bit smaller star, where the Togo flag kind of takes up more of it. It doesn't come halfway, it comes a little bit down because these are all equal sized bars. And I don't know, they kind of look like pieces of candy or something. No, you're not seeing that? What do you think? Chile probably tastes like, I don't know, like a bomb pop or something, one of those 4th of July pops. Togo, I don't know, like sour apple, watermelon, something like that. Don't know. I'm kind of just blowing it live here. What do you think? Which flag looks tastier, the Chile flag or the Togo flag? Alright, I'll leave it up to you. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, I will catch you on the next video.